Previously on Dr. Harry.
What on earth is going on around here?
Dr. Harry!
Here's your coffee, Dr. Harry.
Alright, Harry, how's it going then, mate? Alright. Tiddles! Dr. Harry, hi. Belinda Mascarpone, PMT. No! Dr. Underslider!
It's absolutely ridiculous. They deliberately made these forms as complicated as possible. They should be made to sit down and fill them out themselves. That'd teach them a lesson. I bet nobody ever reads them anyway. It's a complete waste of time. I didn't become a GP to sit around filling out forms all day long. Ah! That's a laugh. That's exactly what I became a GP for. That's all they ever want you to do these days. Bloody stupid forms. Bloody stupid waste of time.
Morning, Dr. Harry.
Oh! Tina! You're back!
Yes, Dr. Harry.
So, you haven't really resigned?
No, Dr. Harry.
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't know where anything was. Where do we keep the milk?
It's in the fridge, Dr. Harry.
The fridge! Of course! Brilliant! Have we got a fridge?
Yes, Dr. Harry, it's in the kitchen.
The kitchen, yes! Why didn't I think of that? Another thing, Tina.
Yes, Dr. Harry.
How does the photocopier work?
You have to switch it on.
Switching it on, of course! Genius!
I can show you later if you like, Dr. Harry.
Yes, it might be an idea. Oh, no, on second thoughts, don't bother. It doesn't seem worth it now that you're back. I'm sorry I was rude about your hairstyle, Tina.
That's all right, Dr. Harry.
Oh, good. Now, try not to book me any extras today, Tina, because I've got a huge mountain of paperwork to get through, thanks to those stupid bastards from the PMT.
I'm afraid I've already booked one extra, Dr. Harry.
Buggeration. Who is it?
It's Mrs Hattersley.
Mrs Hattersley? I thought she'd re-registered with another surgery.
Well, she's here this morning, Dr. Harry.
What, she's here right now?
She was wondering if you might be able to fit her in straight away.
Christ, she's got a nerve. Well, yes, all right then. Under the circumstances, perhaps you better show her straight in.
Mrs Hattersley? Who am? Dr. Harry says you can go straight in now. Oh, jolly good. And I'd just like to say, dear, before I go in, that Dr. Underslider explained the whole situation, and I quite understand. Righto, Mrs Hattersley. Yes, I dare say it isn't wise or prudent, but we can't always be wise and prudent now, can we, dear? I, too, once walked on the wild side, you know. And between ourselves, once upon a time there was a little incident in the labs at the Albert Hall, last night at the prom and all that sort of thing, you know. The land of hope and glory. Yes, Mrs Hattersley. And now there's no need to say anything at all, Dr. Harry. There's no need to say a single word. I realise now that you were simply overwrought. And what shall we say, the pressures of...
The pressures of work. Yes, I suppose that is what it was, really.
Well, I was going to say the pressures of your, what shall we call it, your unconventional lifestyle.
My what?
But there's really no need to say anything. Absolutely nothing at all.
But, I...
No, not another word, I insist. The whole incident is forgotten. Suffice it to say, Dr. Harry, that from now on I shall see you in an entirely new light.
But...
Shh, shh, shh. What I will say, however, Dr. Harry, is that it was most illuminating to catch a glimpse of Dr. Underslider's working methods. I must say, his concern for the safety of his patients is exemplary.
Is it?
Oh, yes, although his fire drill was a trifle unorthodox. But we had a lovely chat eventually, and he did explain to me that if you hadn't been, shall we say, overstretched, then you wouldn't have minded in the least me talking to you about my little cat Tiddles.
I...
All right, Dr. Harry, there's really no need to say anything about it. He also said that he was sure you must really be very interested in my scab collection.
well, that's all very well, Mrs Hattersley, but...
you will take my scab collection back under your wing, won't you, Dr. Harry? It only seems fair, after all, now that I'm back with you and I've decided to drop my complaint to the Primary Medical Trust.
Yes, well, all right, but...
Oh, how helpful you are, Dr. Harry. And you will ring round and try to find a good home for it, won't you? Not that place in Maidstone, though. I've got nothing against Maidstone, of course. But I rather thought that one of the London hospitals...
All right, Mrs Hattersley, I'll see what I can do. But I really can't make any guarantees.
Oh, Dr. Harry, you are wonderful. And I hope it doesn't take up too much of your time. After all, you do have your, what should we call them, your special interests to think about.
Oh, Grabber.
All right, Harry, how's it going? All right.
What are you doing here?
Got any out-of-date controlled drugs you don't want?
No, Grabber, not at the moment.
What about cremation forms? I can fill out a cremation form for you. Got anybody dead?
No, Grabber, not just now. But I did want to have a little word with you about Mrs Hattersley.
Oh, yeah, Mrs Hattersley, right. She's a bit of a character, ain't she? I take it she's back with you all right now?
Yes, she is, Grabber. She was in this morning, as a matter of fact. She's dropped the complaint, thank goodness.
Yeah, well, you've got me to thank for that, Harry. It took quite an effort to talk her around, I can tell you.
I've got you to thank for the fact that she flew off the handle in the first place.
Me? What did I do?
You told me to speak to her frankly.
What, me? No, I never.
You told me to tell her what I thought of her. You said it was an accredited technique.
No. Never tell them what you think of them. That's what I must have said.
But you... Oh, well, it doesn't matter. What I want to know is this. What did you tell her to smooth things over?
Oh, yeah, well, it took quite a bit of doing.
I'm sure it did, but what did you tell her? She's been making some very peculiar remarks.
I couldn't get rid of her. I tried everything. She wouldn't go away. She wouldn't let me go away either. She grabbed me round the leg. And she kept on going on about this cat of hers and her scab collection.
Yes, well, that's what she's like.
So I had to think of something really good.
Yes?
Well, I told her you was having it away with that receptionist of yours, Tina.
You what?
I said it was a tempestuous and passionate affair.
Good God almighty, Grabber, what did you tell her that for?
And I said you liked doing it in public places.
What?
Yeah, I said you'd had a big bust-up because she wanted to do it in the London Eye and you favoured the grass version of the M25.
Are you completely insane?
Well, yeah, you know, once I got started, one thing seemed to lead to another.
Don't you realise how people talk round here? This will be all over the town by now.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
Oh, I told her not to tell anyone. And she said her lips were sealed.
Ah!
Yes, dear, the M25. Can you imagine? Oh, the weather has been so inclement this year, I shouldn't think the grass is even properly dry yet. No, I'm afraid I can't give any names, my dear, because I've been sworn to secrecy. But shall we just say, two very well-respected members of the community, a professional man and somebody who works for him. No, dear, not a lawyer. Now, you mustn't guess, it's very naughty of you, and I can't say another word. No, not a teacher. No, dear, no, not a vet. But you're getting warmer. Would you like a cup of coffee, Dr. Harry?
Yes, please, Tina.
Tell her you think you've got time for a quick one.
We've got some jam donuts, Dr. Harry. Would you like one?
Oh, yes, please, Tina.
Tell her you like them big and round.
Shall I bring you the prescriptions to sign?
Tell her the erotic swell of her breasts fills you
Wait,
with...
do you mind?
Yes, haven't you got a surgery of your own to go to, Grabber?
Oh, I was only trying to be helpful.
Oh, you've got some news for me, have you? Oh, what's that about then, dear? Oh, your toenail collection, I see. Oh, you found a home for it. Well done. Where's that then, dear? Some kind of novelty arcade? A museum of curios, perhaps? Oh, I see. A proper archive. Well, bully for you. And exactly where is this archive? Oh, Hastings. Oh, dear me. Well, never mind. I suppose it is as much as you could hope for a collection of toenails. No, of course, there's nothing wrong with Hastings at all. But now that Dr. Harry has promised to find a good home for my scab collection, I think I can safely say that one of the London research hospitals... Oh, yes, I should think so, dear. As a matter of fact, I'm intending to spend the whole morning sorting through some of my best specimens. I've laid some out on a plate in the dining room. Wait a minute. Where's Tiddles? Tiddles! No!